Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. In today's video, we are going to be doing something a bit different, which is a bit of organization, but I'm also showing you a delicious chocolate granola recipe. So I recently started making granola. I never really made it myself until a few weeks back. Actually, in the video, which was 24 hours eating and exercising like Sarah's day, I'll link that up here if you want to check it out. But I really got some great inspiration from that Sarah's Day granola recipe, and ever since then, I've been trying out different recipes, you know, adding in ingredients, changing it up a bit, and I have come to this delicious chocolate granola recipe, which I made up recently and I wanted to share it with you guys. It's actually a really healthy granola, and it's way better than getting store-bought because you don't have all those additives like sugar and oils and stuff like that. Mine's pretty clean and simple, so I hope you enjoy that. But I'm also going to be taking you through my cupboard and showing you what it looks like at the beginning, which is pretty messy. It's not that messy, but I just don't have that much kind of order in there, and also a lot of my things are in packets and I lose track of them because they get hidden at the back of the cupboard. So what I wanted to do is take everything out, clean out all the shelves, and then put them back in a system, in an order. So I did actually buy a couple of things just to make this whole process a bit easier. I got some glass containers as well as some bamboo boxes just to kind of place things in and organize it a bit better. I just got the bamboo containers from Kmart, and then the glass containers I actually just got from a $2 shop. They were really cheap and they're definitely going to last a long time. They also have a good seal on them, and I'm really happy I got those. I do reuse quite a few different jars from nut butters and stuff like that, and you will see some of that in the cupboard. But I wanted to buy some different sizes because obviously nut butter jars are pretty small and they don't fit, you know, things like rice and quinoa and all that. So I did go out and buy just a couple of glass jars from a $2 shop. So yeah, that's what I got, and I'm excited to show you this process. It's probably gonna take a while, but I'll kind of skip through things a bit so that you don't get bored. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you on the other side. Bye. Alright, so this is what we are working with. There's crumbs everywhere, well, not everywhere, just near the toaster, and it's all just a bit kind of messy. There's like a little bit of order, you know, like all the nut butters are grouped and the cans and stuff are grouped, but there's really not a proper order, so I'm excited to get started. But first off, I wanted to show you the granola recipe so that can be cooking in the oven while I clean up the cupboard. So into this bowl, I have just added in 1.5 cups of oats, as well as hemp seeds, chia seeds, desiccated coconut, as well as some nuts, cocoa powder, and protein powder. Then you just want to mix that all up so everything is coated with the powders evenly. And then once you've mixed that all up, we're going in with some Medjool dates. I have, I think, about 5 Medjool dates here that I've de-pitted and cut up into kind of small bits. And honestly, this is the key to this recipe. You just need the dates. It gives this beautiful sweetness and texture. And then I'm also adding in 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. And this kind of connects everything. Like, you really need a liquid sweetener in this. You could use something like coconut oil. However, I love the sweetness that the maple syrup gives it, and then you don't need any sugar as well. So I love using maple syrup as kind of the binding ingredient. And what that does is it kind of connects everything up. So then once it's cooked, you get these lovely kind of crunchy bites, which are so, so good. So anyway, all I'm doing here is putting the granola into a lined baking tray, and I just want to spread that out kind of evenly. It doesn't matter if there's some kind of groups here and there, but you just kind of want to spread it down so it's like a thin layer, and then put that straight into the oven for 8 to 12 minutes depending on your oven setting. So I have a fan forced oven, and I think it ended up being about 12 minutes for me, but I would just keep an eye on it from about the 8-minute marks to make sure it doesn't burn. Anyway, while that is cooking in the oven, we're getting started with the pantry. So I decided to do it level by level because I just didn't want to have too much stuff everywhere. So I decided to take everything out from the middle level, clean that whole level out with some, you know, kitchen safe cleaning stuff. And then what I'm doing here is doing the nut butters. So I'm using this bamboo crate thing that I got from Kmart. If you want the link to that, I'll put in the description box below. And basically it's just really helpful to be able to group all the similar items into one kind of area. So I'm just moving some of my other nuts and stuff into these jars that I got from the $2 shop. So those were some almonds. And then I'm putting all the kind of breakfasty cereal stuff near the nut butters because, you know, it just makes sense because I usually have oats with nut butter. So, you know, put them together. Then in this other little bamboo box, I'm putting all the kind of chocolate stuff. So I have some cocoa powder as well as dark chocolate, which I love. And then I've got kind of other things to put in jars. So I've got some desiccated coconuts, some pistachios, and that's about it for that layer for now. Now I'm going on to the second layer or shelf. And this is where I keep most of my grains as well as beans and cans of stuff. I also have some Mexican things and some pasta. So again, I'm just cleaning that all out and then I'm gonna try put it back in some kind of coherent order. Firstly, I am just putting some of the Asian items into this little box. So I've got some curry paste as well as some black beans and some little sauces that they're not actually mine, they're my boyfriend's, but anyway, they go in there. And then I've got all the Mexican stuff in the corner there, so all the burrito kits. Then to the right, I'm just putting in all the noodles and pastas. And now in with the cans and other Mexican stuff, I'm just putting that all together, trying to get some kind of order there. Honestly, I think I do need to buy some more of those crates because they're really, really helpful in grouping things. But I only bought, I think about 5 of them. So that's all I really had to work with there. I think I do want to do an updated one in the future. So let me know if you want to see that. Anyway, by this stage, my granola was all done. And as you can see here, there are these big clumps. And honestly, it tastes so good when you get these like big crunchy clumps. But what I did was I slightly broke them up into smaller pieces so that they fit in the jar. And this jar is again from the $2 shop. It is such a cute little jar. I'm really glad I got it. It's perfect for granola. Anyway, I'm just putting that all into the jar, as much of it that can fit. This recipe serves about 3 if you're eating it for a full meal. However, if you're just using it to snack on, like I do sometimes, or to kind of sprinkle on top of a granola bowl, then it serves about 5 to 6 because you probably have half as much when you're just having it as like a snack or sprinkling it on top of a granola bowl. But yeah, it's 3 serves if you were having, you know, just granola in a bowl with milk and berries. So yeah, it depends what you use it for, but it is so, so good and I would highly recommend. Anyway, so now that the granola is all done, I'm getting back onto the pantry and here I'm just trying to do the top level. So the top level is filled with things that I don't use as much, but let's check in with SASKA. I just made this little box up with some kind of flours and cooking stuff. So I have like some sweetened condensed milk, coconut condensed milk, as well as chickpea flour, buckwheat flour, corn flour, and some almond milk. So I'm just gonna put that like here, I think. And then here's the granola, all jarred up. It's honestly so, so good, guys. You should so try this. Like, oh, I'm obsessed. I just want to eat it all right now. I think I'm gonna put that like over here with the oats and stuff. I might put the oats in the front because we use that every single day. Or yeah, I'll just put it here with the oats and stuff. This is some spelt flour. I think that's a bit busy there now, so I'll put it up here. This is some protein powder that I've been using recently, so I'll chuck that there. It's looking a lot better already. This is onions. Like I put onions and potatoes in this kind of box thing. Alright, so we are back to triple speed because I was taking way too long to decide where to put those onions. But anyway, I'm just moving some stuff from the corner on that first layer and chucking them in there, and they actually fit perfectly and it's really a good spot because it's really accessible and easy. So I ended up moving a couple of things back to that side and kind of mixing some things around. Yeah, it's kind of hard to know where to put things to make them look the best, but I think I did a pretty good job. Then I just had a couple of little things again that I don't use too much, so I put them up the top. And yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good go. All right, now onto the bottom. I'll move you so you can see it. This is what we're working with, look. It's not great. All right, let's just take everything out. So again here I'm doing the exact same method as I used for the rest of the shells. I'm taking everything out, giving it a good clean down, and then deciding where I want to put everything back. So some of the things from these shells I actually took out and put in a completely different area, which I will show you shortly. It was mostly my nice new ceramics and my nice spoons and cutlery that I decided to put on a separate shelf because they were kind of getting hidden in the back there and they were a bit difficult to access. And so I decided to give them their own designated area in a different shelving unit. So it also makes this area a lot more user-friendly when you just have the appliances there. This is a really nice shelf because it's quite tall and it can fit all of our appliances in there, and obviously there's all the plugs there as well. So it just made sense to kind of dedicate that bottom level to all of the appliances. I have a sandwich press as well as a food processor, a little blender, and a toaster. I really like the food processor and blender I have. Let me know if you are interested in any of the products I have in my kitchen because I could totally do another video on that. I actually do want to upgrade to a Vitamix at some stage because they work really, really well for smoothies and things like nice cream. I love nice cream. If you don't know what it is, it's basically just banana ice cream. I've made it in a previous video. I'll link that up here if you want to check it out. It's just basically frozen bananas and then whatever flavors you want to add in. So simple and so delicious. So I just kind of moved things around more so in these layers because they weren't too dirty or anything. They just had a lot of stuff kind of piled up, so I just kind of neatened it up. And then this is where I put all my nice ceramics and spoons. It's just a little shelving unit I have, actually from Kmart as well. All right, so now it is time for the big reveal. This is what it looked like before. Not too awful, but quite messy. And this is what it looks like after. So much cleaner and more organized, and yeah, so much better. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below if you want to organize your pantry or if you've done it already. Let me know how yours went. I actually was looking for a label maker. However, the one that I wanted was out of stock, so I couldn't actually get my hands on it for this video. So let me know if you want an updated pantry tour and maybe a fridge tour as well, because by that stage, hopefully I'll have a label maker and I can make everything a bit more neat and labeled and nice. But I was quite happy with how this turned out, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And also, if you're new here, it would mean the world to me if you could hit that subscribe button down below and click the bell notification button if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, which is every Wednesday and Sunday. And with all that said, I hope you are safe and well, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye!